From Studio 8, the USC Edinburgh School, I'm Chantel Buchi, and I'm here with Andrew Ullman, who he and his co-founder, Maddi, have founded their own business, Nom Noms. Thank you for being here, Andrew.
Yeah, my pleasure.
So tell us first what Nom Noms is.
Nom Noms is a meal kit service, but unlike other meal kit services, we are much cheaper, a little under half, about $5.50 per meal kit, and we are also 100% sustainable. So not only do we have completely compostable packaging, meaning nothing goes in the landfill, but all of our ingredients are also sourced sustainably, whether that be from an actual distributor, but also what we're most proud of. We do get up to 50% of our ingredients from overstocked or ugly but usable produce. So we're talking about like a potato with maybe a lump here or there, and we slice it up, make it look pretty just for everybody who buys their meal kits, and then we deliver them through a hub model. So if one location, everybody gets to meet kind of the community members, and it's been really cool so far.
And then in this video, you can see like these are the actual meal kits you guys sell.
Exactly. So even those plastic baggies are compostable, and they're all built to be cooked in 30 minutes or less. So as you can see, we actually do a pretty good amount of prep beforehand to make it really easy for you or anyone else as an end consumer to prepare these meals 30 minutes or less. It's something we're very proud of. Our professional chef is a magician. So not only are they super delicious, but they're usually pretty simple. Meaning that we actually have a lot of customers that even though they come back for the new ones, are now cooking the old recipes over and over again, which is pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. So how did you guys start this business?
It started kind of, we were ranting about our parents. They tend to kind of throw away a lot of food when they go to Costco. Food waste is a huge problem in the United States in general. And we decided kind of over the summer, we had a little bit of extra time to combat this. We wanted to actually create a solution. And what that meant in the beginning is we were going to round up extra food at the end of the day from restaurants. So a Chipotle or a Blaze. We would get kind of the leftover burritos or pizzas, and we would redistribute it to students, kind of late night brunchies, or if you're studying late at Levy, kind of stuff like that. And we got tremendous support from restaurants in the area. It turns out offering money for food that they would normally throw away usually ends up being a very kind of tantalizing option for them. But we found as we expanded this, as we really started gearing up to do this as a business, that this wasn't actually going to cut into what is a humongous problem, which is food waste. So Maddi and I, we kind of stumbled upon a statistic that is if a quarter of the food waste in the United States was saved, not put into a landfill, we would completely eliminate food insecurity in the United States. And our model at the time, restaurants, wasn't going to even make a dent on that. We wanted to actually change the world, make it a better place. And so what we decided to do is create these meal kits. We would take these overstocked items that were going to be thrown away, and we were going to actually use them in our meal kits. But first, we kind of had to see if companies would be willing to do this, one. And two, we had to ensure that the ingredients we got weren't bad in any way. They had to be as good, if not better, than normal ingredients, ideally organic. And so I called up Amy's Kitchen, which is a humongous national frozen food chain, saying, hey, do you have any extra ingredients? We'd love to buy them. And we assumed they would never call back. And then later that day, I got a call from Amy's Kitchen, which I couldn't believe, saying, yeah, we have 2,000 pounds of broccoli florets that we'd like to offload onto you. And this is a very consistent recurring problem for them. And we got on the phone with Amy's, the whole staff. They're an amazing company. A quick plug for them. I don't eat them, but I mean, they're so committed to sustainability. And they said that, hey, yeah, we had these broccoli florets. They were 5/8 of an inch instead of 1/2 inch. And that's why we have to throw them away, and we don't want to do that. We want to make sure that it gets back into people's meals on a day-to-day basis, and we couldn't believe it. This isn't just broccoli florets. These are organic, premium, right off kind of the farm, and we knew we had a business. So from there, we tried to create kind of a plan to get to 2,000 pounds. We still can't service that much food, but we wanted to create a business that could expand beyond kind of USC's borders and to the communities at large. And that's where these meal kits came out of, and that's kind of what we've been doing for the last couple weeks.
So with any startup business, you have to take on the workload. So how is that like?
Right, yeah, I'm talking about these grand plans of eliminating food waste. At the beginning, you have to do things that don't scale. It's a pretty well-known kind of idiom of the startup world is you have to do things that don't scale, and then only the paranoid survive. So at the very beginning, Maddi and I were packaging everything, pressing everything. We did the shopping on our own. We sit outside on Truesdale for 4 hours a week, actually delivering each meal individually to our customers. And that was just kind of how you have to start. It was very intensive. Maddi is a full-time student. It's amazing that she was able to do that, calculate ingredients. We are very health-based, so we include nutrition facts. We had to create a database for that. But all of this was kind of geared around the end goal that we were going to be able to scale it properly. So at the beginning, obviously, us doing it ourselves isn't very efficient, but we're putting in place systems that will allow us to do it kind of infinitely at scale. So whether we're doing 15 to 50 now, or starting the new year when we're doing 200 meals a week, or ideally in the future when we're doing millions a year, we will be able to do it all because we've created not just a cold chain, but we've also expanded our supply chain and prepared in a way that is completely and totally scalable, which we're really excited about.
And what are your future goals with your business?
Our future goals are dependent on kind of how this January kind of relaunch goes. So what we've done is we've gone into the surrounding communities and offered meal kits to companies. This allows us to hit 100 employees at once in one hub, which is very convenient for us because as a USC college-run startup, we don't have thousands of dollars to invest into a physical infrastructure, and the companies provide that physical infrastructure. As we grow, we're going to be looking to expand our supply chain, distribution centers. We're looking into commercial kitchens already, so we've been packing ourselves. But starting January, we have a commercial kitchen that we've lined up. Our distributors are starting to actually give us food instead of us just going out and shopping like normal people, which is very exciting. And then the biggest and probably most exciting part for us as a company is as we get more and more companies on board, so from 2 to 10 to 20, et cetera, we're going to be able to subsidize these low-income and food desert areas food and meal kits. So that kind of the end goal for us is not just to solve food waste, but every meal an office worker buys, which is still $6.50, so very cheap, actually subsidizes $2 to people on stamps or just don't have access to it. So if you're in South Central, we see it all the time, and you can't afford healthy food, or you'd have to drive 40 miles, we're going to actually be the people that are going to put a NOMS hub right next to your house and give you really cheap, easy to make food so that you and your family can be healthy every day.
And how can people order your meals right now?
Right now, you just go to nomsinc.com. Starting January, we're going to be picking it back up. You can pick up from one of 3 hubs. We have 4 meal options, all crazy delicious. One of the perks of the job is that we get to sample them every week. And I've definitely learned a lot about cooking from a guy who just made the same thing for 3 meals a day. But yeah, you go to nomsinc.com. You can either have a subscription or you can just try one a la carte and then pick it up from one of our 3 locations starting in January. And Maddi and I will probably see you there because we do all the deliveries.
Nice. Well, I wish you and Maddi good luck with your future endeavors with your business.
Thank you.
And thank you for being here.
Yeah, my pleasure.
And I'm Chantel Buchi from Studio A at the USC Annenberg School.